Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, my friends. Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm still getting used to it. All right.
An amazing techno color, huh? Yeah.
Technologic. It is pretty. You can see the wrinkles on my hands. How do you like that?
I want you to know that this.
Next, you'll see the wrinkles on my balls. How about that?
Yeah, this flattering angle really makes it look worse than it is, I think. But you know what?
I think I could put. You could get a pretty good view if I put my feet up on like stirrups and kind of set a thing. As you can see,
that's for the only Clout.
The Clout Route has a new camera this week. We were gonna have mics, but for some reason the universe doesn't want us to get there yet. But next week, with no, as long as like an earthquake doesn't hit, we should have new microphones. We'll be like professionals or something, you know?
I can't wait to get into that.
Hell yeah, motherfucker! How far are we? Yeah, I was far enough.
Minute 15.
I like
You're
that.
good.
Dropped a big old fucker.
Yes.
What up, motherfucker?
Shit stained balls. There we go.
Yeah,
we are into it.
Here, I'll send a tweet and then I'm gonna pass you
the Dutchie.
Pass you the Dutchie, yeah.
On the right hand side.
Trying to do that?
Let's go. Yeah, that's for Patreon, I think.
Pass me the Dutchie.
Because we going live. Live in 5. Oh, so I guess I'll take the time to just stall. I could set the table, I guess, and say, hey,
why don't you
everything we'll be talking about. But I don't even know what we're starting with. It's a surprise.
You should drop some Clout Routes for you and your channel. You haven't talked about your channel, your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you drop some hints to that while I
find us on Bite Size Sports. Some big things going on in the YouTube and TikTok space. Also on Facebook, because I keep forgetting that that's a thing, and you can get views there too. So if you watch things there, that's where I'm at. I'm working on a little mini documentary. We went and covered a NASCAR Truck Series race at a mid-Ohio track where a family member of mine used to work. Fuck NASCAR. I like it. Yes. And that's it.
Tell me about that, though. That's interesting.
I got tons of other stuff in the works.
Well,
we'll save that for later, but
yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to encroach on your actual video or whatever you're doing, but tell me about that a little if you can.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Me a little bit.
It's so it was the first time ever that a NASCAR Truck Series was at a road course style, which is not the oval all left turns. It's more of a Grand Prix style. Well, it's a road course. You either know what it is or you'll have to look it up. But, I kind of grew up at that place to an extent. I had a very close family member. If you want to know how close, you'll have to watch the documentary. But who not only raced there for several years, but was an instructor at that course in the motorcycle division. So, of course, completely apples to oranges with the Truck Series. But my good friend Nate, who works with me on Bite Size Sports, is a NASCAR Truck Series fanatic. And so we went there. Yeah, so we went there to watch these pickup trucks race on a road course. It was the first time ever it had happened. It was a homecoming for me. I interviewed the person close to me that worked there. Whole bunch of stuff, and we got a podcast actually tomorrow. Nate and I are going to do our review of the event, and then the actual documentary should come out sometime in August. So
that's pretty sweet, man.
That's what I'm doing these days. Out here trying to chase my own clout.
You gotta catch that clout route, bro.
Create some clout. I have got. Speaking of things I have to do, I just can't help but scroll up and show everyone what is happening on the Twitter feed.
It is interesting. What is that?
He dives through.
Very nice.
And lands on the other side. That's freaking amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, what? I need to pull up our first clip, right? Where are we?
Well, go ahead and go to the doc, the El Daco, and key up this Twitter link right there. Oh, you're pasting it.
Oh, I wanted to just open it in another tab.
There you go.
But fine.
We're working out the kinks. You haven't manned the helm yet. So have you seen this?
I did see this.
Check it out.
Okay,
let's
go.
Here,
All right.
while we're live and doing technical things, do you think we should shrink our window a little bit? Or no?
Maybe
You could shrink us a tiny
easier
bit
to
if you
see.
think you could. So hover over our thing. Yep, there you go. You got it.
How about
Shrink
that?
us and fit us, dude.
How about that?
I like that.
Is it? Did I go too far?
No, go ahead and
Okay.
pin the black to the wall. Yep, you're good there.
Perfect. Why can I not get volume though?
Excellent. So, go down to the technical difficulties here again. Click the arrow to the right.
See.
Here, this one.
There we go. My
And then click
apologies.
the speaker Realtek audio.
If you're gay
Perfect timing. Look
and
at that.
transgender, I love you. Hey, and when anybody gives you shit,
Dude's eyes.
you tell them,
Hilarious.
that, fuck you.
Yeah, Charles.
Johnson, fuck you.
I want to say this.
And he was about to go into something else, but they cut it.
I like that.
Fantastic. I
Thanks.
support that message. I mean, I would open it to just like everyone. If you're anyone, if you're a human, I love you. You know. And Charles says,
Dude, you're
"Fuck
not trying
you."
to do that thing, are you?
"Oh, if you don't identify as
all
human."
lives matter.
Oh no, that's fair. I just feel like there were
all love, not just gay.
no,
or
but what I'm
transgender.
saying is there are probably tons of others. Like he only covered gay and transgender.
Right.
What about like non-binary?
Oh, fair enough.
What about? I mean, I'm just saying there's a reason it went from LBGT to the QAI plus. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I'm ignorant of it. But also, did Charles maybe sound a little bit drunk there to you? I mean,
I think he's played again.
in vino veritas, I
thought
will
he's
say.
drunk.
But
If you're gay
He's
and
drunk.
transgender,
a little
I
slurry.
love you.
I love
It's like the drunk mood. You know, you say this kind of shit when you're drunk.
You tell them, that, fuck you.
you. Yeah, this is the kind of shit you tweet at 3 a.m. when you're just having, you know.
Or this is how I act when I'm fucking. If I was at like a gay bar, this would be something I'd say. Oh, the gays and transgenders out there. Tell everybody else I said, fuck you.
Yeah, I love you and everyone else can get fucked.
Yeah, I would say something fucked up.
But not the way they want to be fucked, you know, like a not cool kind. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, good for you, Charles. There's a lot worse things you could do when you're drunk, right? You could have said some things.
I'm sure he said some things.
I'm sure he has said a lot worse things. Do you think he's gonna get slaughtered for opening up the woke agenda?
Do you think?
I think I saw some of it.
Yeah, probably.
in the
Shapiro's
thread.
probably like fucking me.
We definitely are gonna have some people who are.
Just slowly proceed because we might get a fat dick somewhere.
Yeah, there's been. Oh well, at least there's a SpongeBob
Wow,
but
Man.
that's great. Not as much hate as I thought. Earlier when I saw this on my own personal Twitter timeline, it was a lot of pushing the political agenda. Yes, the insidious and disgusting agenda of treating people with respect despite their different opinions or different beliefs that you have. What a disgusting agenda, Charles. How dare you push it? Sorry, I gotta get the name Clinton off the screen. That's just personal preference.
Supporters of the podcast, probably. I mean, we say good things about the Clintons, dude. Like, wouldn't you get a blowjob in the Oval Office?
Hey, I just want to say that my half of the show does not.
Your half of the show does not support. You also don't inhale. I did not inhale. And
I've never inhaled. I do like jazz saxophone though, so I guess you'll get a half point. But unfortunately, my love of the jazz saxophone doesn't outweigh my hatred for murder and cover-up. So sorry, Bill. Oh, Arkansas.
Oh, Billy.
Old
You
Bill.
know what I really want to watch just because it's good, and I think we watched it on the show last week, and I just want to watch it again.
Ooh.
Go to YouTube and look up the fucking president clip where he says fucking end of quote. It's so good. I just want everybody to see it one more time. Repeat the line. There it is. That's interesting. You type that in and it comes out like that.
I don't even have to do any work.
It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so.
Watch my man.
Repeat the line.
Damn it! Put the question back on the teleprompter. The last time anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read.
Women are not without electoral and or political or maybe precise, not and or political power.
Huh?
Do you even know what you just said? Oh, great Odin's raven.
What, dude?
Do you like that?
Repeat the line.
Do you like the added
end of quote? Repeat the line.
Anchorman?
I did. That's why I had to scroll down and give
It was
Rippers
really fun
TV
video.
their love, even though somehow an ad snuck back into me. I thought I was safe. Damn it. End of quote. Repeat the line. There's always a good
funny,
one.
dude.
There was another one that I saw this morning, and it was just him making weird mouth sounds, basically. Just the
Was it the
stuttering
one where
and
he's
stammering.
like, you can describe America in one word, and he's like, excuse me.
I can't remember. It was something. He was trying to say something about. He was trying to put a saying together, and then he just quit and said, "Oh, never mind." And it reminded me of a George Bushism, like when
Could
wings
you-
take dream.
Yeah. Could you see Joe Biden saying like a quote from like Trailer Park Boys or something?
Oh yeah, what comes around is all around.
Yeah, or
or
something like
yeah,
that.
Exactly. I could for sure. Could see him saying something like that, and it's just his chip is fried, man. Just
Oh,
absolute
boy.
malfunction.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. How our robot overlords are malfunctioning. So I just wanted everybody to see that one more time before we get moving today.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't get fooled again.
Maybe Charles Barkley's malfunctioning too.
He was drunk. I love it. Good for you, Charles. Speak your mind, dude.
Is he like I don't know if you have any insight to that, but is he any kind of political leaning?
I would
assume he's one way, but I don't know anything about
for
it.
the most part, I couldn't speak 100% on his political leaning, but I would say he is part of the NBA and their programming, and with the exception of China, for whom they are happy to lick
China.
boots, the NBA does tend to lean more progressive and left and be more about human rights, and at least that's their public stance. You know, you could get into a whole thing as to whether or not that's just for show or if they actually care, but Charles would seem to be, I would say, more of a progressive than anything else. I mean, there's probably the clips would speak for themselves. I don't know what his opinion is on current or former presidents, but yeah, I would say it would not be seen at January 6th. I don't think he was there. That's where I'll leave that.
Fair enough. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's talk about.
Speaking of being woke, is this where we're starting here? With
We can
buzz?
start this. I guess our first topic is all this fucking. I mean, we've talked about it week after week, but this week I thought it was like a particularly interesting line of things we can visit. Just how religious fundamentalists in the United States are fucking wild and pissed off about everything, and it's not just one thing. You think, oh, it's just trans stuff. Oh, it's just gay kissing in movies. Oh, it's just this. Oh, it's just that. We are going to see how many things that they're actually upset about for some reason. And this is one of them. Eric addresses into a tin can.
Oh, there it was.
One of the best examples of being woke right there.
My nephew had to see that. Oh.
Good way to stop that. So, obviously, he goes here. Go check his video out if you want to see it. Actually, give it a like there, Kev.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to do so. Although, Eric, if you're listening and that whole eating your microphone was not a bit, if that was not part of your commentary on the right-wing Twitch streamers and YouTubers that you were poking fun at. Just a pro tip, like, get it out of your fucking mouth, my guy. Just a little bit.
I'm sure that he knows.
Every B and P was pain for me.
Yeah.
But other than that, superb chamming shit. I'm just poking fun at you, old boy. Don't cancel
Old
me.
goat.
Old chap. Old sport.
Old sport.
So yeah, just ridiculous. And in this video, if you would go to see it, you'll see the likes of our friend the Quartering, a lot of other.
Actually, could we find that?
Yeah, we can find.
The Quartering clip is funny.
This is not necessarily the. No, this part isn't the Quartering. This is when he starts talking about how they're. You can't
like
see
us.
the shit on their screen.
Where's
Yeah.
this guy hiding? Oh,
They're all
shit,
like
there
us.
he
Those
is.
little
At the
boxes in the
box
corner.
office. You get what you fucking deserve.
Okay, Joaquin Phoenix.
This guy looks unhinged, crazy.
Oh, there's
And then this
guy.
character, dude.
Oh yeah, this guy's doing a whole character. No.
Where's the Quartering? He doesn't get much time, I don't think. Oh yeah, who's this guy?
If we can't find the Quartering, you know what we should do? Just take a visit.
Oh, you want to just do that? Why
Yeah.
not? Let's just listen to the. What a great idea! Quartering Buzz Lightyear. I am sure he's got Quartering swatted. I can't just love that. That's what comes up first. I mean,
Which we have talked about this. I think we've watched this fucking clip on the pod before, and we kind of only brought it up again because Eric did in this video, but I did think it was interesting how it kind of all aligns. We can kind of go back and watch it again, but
should we be doing more of this?
Look
Like,
at
do we
him,
not
dude.
have enough like little flashy square things? First of all, I'm jealous of the mustache, and you'll likely see me rocking something similar next week.
it's
so.
fleshy. He's got too much flesh going on. Am I right though? Like, what's going on there?
I don't know. He made it so small.
First off, it looks like his mustache is wrong. Like he's got it too long on one side or something.
Yep, I just noticed that. It's like a question mark. It's like he wants to be the Riddler. You want to hear
Dude,
what some of
that's a
this?
cool idea.
Yeah, brave
Like if you
Um,
wrapped your around and then made a dot, like
And then you have like
Adam's
the soul
apple.
patch right here. Ooh, okay, you're going down. Oh, you're going all the way
it looks like
down.
a question mark.
That's-
I'll work that in.
That's
sometime.
very milady of you.
I'll work that into the podcast at some point.
Such a woke flop Pixar Faces of Reckoning. I can read. It's very easy to do. I don't
You
what
know,
who
like-
wrote this? Looks like someone's Medium page. Like this looks like something that I could have just published.
Well, it's probably his. He probably wrote this.
He's reading his own article.
Fucking
Hey,
Uber.
can't knock it. I've done it before. You know, when you need content, you just like, hey, I already wrote the thing. Might as well read it. We are not on Minds, Rumble, Odyssey, Gilded, BitChute. We're not on any of these things. What is going on? Coffee
I've
brand
never
coffee.
heard of any of them but Rumble.
I mean,
I think I've heard of BitChute before, but I don't even know what that is. I'm pretty sure that's not like. I don't know. Get the fuck out of it. Let's get out
It's
of
a-
here.
it's
Fuck
a-
you, Quartering.
it's a
You suck.
coin. I think I might try some of that
It's a
coffee
coin.
though. Yeah, yeah, it's a BitChute. It's the Bitcoin of shoots. Okay, so done with the Quartering. Who?
Fuck him.
Oh God.
But anyway,
Oh,
so
God.
and like I put in the little title, your religious suckers hate gays, which is starting with the woke Buzz Lightyear. Now we can move into this next clip. Ted Cruz, he's got some stuff to say about the gays too. And this is where
Better
everybody
than you
was.
guys do, and now every state.
This is so. When my wife and I, when Bro and Roe v. Wade first got fucked, and we kind of were talking about things and yada yada, I kind of still maintained a feeling at that point where I was like, yeah, but they're too crazy to like fucking say any of this kind of shit. Like they're not gonna like that. It's all treaded ground. Like we've been there and done that kind of thing.
Right,
So
right.
I figured, why the fuck would we talk about it again? Well, let's hear it.
And it was mentioned in one of the Supreme Court
Right,
justices'
it was
rulings that maybe we
Clarence
should be.
Thomas.
Yep, old CT mentioned maybe we should be reviewing these things. But okay, I will let the crusty lizard man speak for himself for a moment.
The
In
Ted
Alberta
Cruz.
fell, the court said no, we know better than you guys do, and now every state must must sanction and permit gay marriage.
So I think it just interesting. It's funny that in the rulings that Ted does not agree with, he then uses the concept of, oh, they think we know better than you guys do, which isn't that the whole concept of the Supreme Court? But anyway, I digress. We'll let Ted continue to be a fucking idiot.
I think that decision was clearly wrong when it was decided. It was the court overreaching.
The court overreaching. Like, what the fuck?
Completely wrong.
We're really gonna have this conversation again. Like, I can't believe that. I mean, this is like, some of this shit is wild. Think about this, I guess. My point, I guess, touching on this is like, when we were, and I think we said something about this last week, but I kind of want to touch on it again. When we were in like high school, you could get an abortion, you know. I forget what year it was that gay marriage was legalized federally anyways. But
saying I don't remember
when
anything.
that happened, you know, like, I mean, it's been years and years now. And so it feels odd, like growing up with a right and then getting to our adult age and having rights taken away. It's strange.
Yeah, it does feel very odd to go in reverse. Yeah.
Like now it would be like the same kind of thing if they were like, oh, well, we're gonna, no more cigarettes. Like, cigarettes are banned completely.
Yeah.
Like, cigarettes are not allowed anymore. And we could be like, dude, I remember when people were smoking cigarettes in restaurants next to me, you know?
Yeah.
And now they're outlawed completely and you can't smoke at all. Like, it would be something like that, comparably, which would be a weird phenomenon.
Yeah, or like when Prohibition actually happened.
Right.
And
people were pissed.
And more importantly, yeah, the
Can't take away my beer.
Yeah.
My alcohol.
It didn't really stop any alcohol from being consumed by anyone.
Well, right. I was listening to somebody talk about this prohibition analogy at some point, and they had said when prohibition was done, like when they legalized alcohol again, that bars were opened the next day, back open the next day. Because they were open the whole time.
Yeah, they were
It
just
was
speakeasies.
They were fucking hiding, and then it didn't take much to flip it. But now, when you're dealing with like all of these laws and shit, like, it's gonna be more than just because they've overturned shit like that, and because they're all writing in these laws right now, like Mad Men, writing the craziest shit for each state that they possibly can in all these red states. It's like. It's gonna be difficult to undo that again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to roll that back. It's not as easy as just like, oh, well, it's back, so everybody can get married again.
Took how many years to get it in the first place?
Right. So, disgusting freak of nature. Who's this chick?
I don't know.
Excuse me for not knowing. Roll up and see.
But I bet Hassan thinks he can fix her.
We'll leave it on that note.
And he might be right. He might be right.
I don't need to know who the fuck she is anyways. Honestly, like, sorry, but she's fucking grifting for the wrong side, so suck my dick. Not literally.
Which is a fitting transition to your next bullet point here.
Because Jim Jordan can do the same thing. Oh my god, these are all tragedies. Have you listened to any of these Jim Jordan?
I have not heard the Jim Jordan ones, so this will be new to me. I read the articles. I think I just clicked. Honestly, I think I clicked over this YouTube.
So actually,
so is there a spot to start?
Back out of this real quick.
Okay.
X out of this clip real quick and go to the. So pull up the Business Insider first, and then I'll go back to the doc real quick, and there's also a Politico article at the end. Click that and pull that up too. So, in this Politico thing, it's saying this is where, if we roll down, this is where, like, people are talking about how the kid should have had the baby, essentially. I guess we don't have to read through it. Read this article if you want on Politico, but essentially, one of these, Bop is his name, and he's some sort of official. Roll up real quick. his name, Jim Bopp, an Indiana lawyer. Okay, so he said she would have had the baby as many women have had babies as a result of rape. Blah 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 blah. Basically saying, and you can read some more of his quote. Unless her life was at danger, there was no exception for rape. The bill does propose exceptions for rape and incest in my model, pro-life position, blah, 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 blah. Essentially, one of these fucking Indianan, what's the word for that? What's somebody
nut job?
from Indiana? Yeah, one of these fucking indie nut jobs said that this fucking kid should have had the baby.
Also, I want to point
10-year-old
out
should have a baby.
that I'm from Indiana and I have Indianian friends, so I can call them nut jobs based on the logic that always gets applied. So if it works for you, it works for me, you fucking nut jobs.
Yeah.
This is insane. The fact, and I think I'm spoiling a little bit, but whatever, the whole fact that it was announced to be a lie at the start was its own
they said it was
just
fucking
ridiculous, like
before
disgusting.
He got convicted.
But then this is the part, and these are the parts that get me really fired up and get me angry. And we, of course, spent about 2 hours going off on this, so I'll spare you a repeat of that rage. Go watch it if you want to know my true and deepest thoughts on all of this. But these are the exact situations why we needed Roe v. Wade. Like this right here is exactly. If this little girl isn't exactly who needed to be protected in this scenario and not forced to be in an almost, you had people wanting her to get caught at the Ohio border and brought home. Like,
right.
It's fucking absolutely ridiculous. And then they want to say that this somehow is freedom, right? Like this is freedom now. It's the true freedom of choice. You can just move to another state.
Yeah.
Unless you got impregnated in a state that doesn't allow it, and apparently you can be brought back and detained and forced to have a child. The whole thing is just disgusting. And for it to happen to a poor 10-year-old, and for it to happen so close to home for us, to have it be
in our state. That's why I wanted to talk about this specifically. It's because it's an Ohio thing, and it's like, yeah, we've been talking about this abortion bill for a while, but this 10-year-old getting pregnant is fucked up. So I guess we didn't present the story in the full way, because I don't think we've talked about this at all.
Not this particular story, no.
So, particularly, right after this Roe v. Wade got overturned, there was a 10-year-old in our state of Ohio that was pregnant and that got raped. You can't be 10 and have consensual sex. So they were raped and forced to go into another state to get an abortion. And at first, representatives like this Jim Jordan, said that it's not even real. Tweeted that it was fake. That this 10-year-old, this isn't real and the whole story's fake. But then, another lie. Anyone surprised? You fucking freak of nature. Oh yeah, go back to that last one. Go back to the last article. Click that. I saw the part that was terrible. It says, we don't think, as heart-wrenching as those circumstances are, we don't think we should devalue the life of the baby, of the sins of their father. So essentially, just because you were raped doesn't mean we should kill the baby.
The 10-year-old can get fucked though, because
fuck the 10-year-old.
She's had enough.
Which is practically a baby.
Her entire childhood has been ripped from her anyway, so she might as well just suffer and have to now be responsible for raising a child, although she herself is a child. Not to mention, like, I can't even, because I'm a man and I'm not a fucking doctor or a scientist, I can't even comprehend the kind of physical complications and issues that a prepubescent child, technically in order to be pregnant, you have to have had some level of puberty, but still,
a 10-year-old having a baby.
This is a growing child. Like, how fucked is it gonna, like, to take the psychological stuff out, which is disgusting. You shouldn't even do that. Like, but physically, what damage will be done to this child by being forced to do this?
Who knows?
The children are not. That's never the point. That's the scapegoat that gets used. Oh, God won't someone think of the children until they're 8 or brown, and then fuck them, they can die. It doesn't matter.
And this is a fucking situation too, where like, I'm sure that they could trace the complications that happen when a 10-year-old comes to full-term pregnancy, like has the baby. Like, I'm sure that there might be a percentage chance there that the fucking mom could die straight up just having a baby at that age. You know? I mean, I'm not a fucking scientist or a doctor or anything, so I can't quantify or qualify that at all. But what I'm saying is, like, you can imagine giving birth as a kid would fuck you up. And maybe to the point where it would fuck you up bad. Like, who knows? So, the fact that the fucking kid should have, like, they all think that the 10-year-old should have the kid, and, you know, before that even happened, they didn't even think it was real until the fucking dude gets caught, and then they have to admit, and then Jim Jordan fucking deletes his tweets, and other people like Tucker Carlson and shit go on air and say, you know what they were saying on Fox? This is the funnier thing, which I wish I had a good clip. Fox leaned into it. So the night before, they're saying like fucking, it's fake, it's not a real thing. Then the next day, that night, after it was proven that it was real and the guy gets in trouble that did it, they do two things. First, they say, you should be thanking us for reporting on it. Like, we fucking are badasses for saying something about it in the first place. Like they did a good thing or something. And
you should
then
be thanking me.
They flipped the fucking script completely and were like, well, why is there an illegal immigrant fucking banging up a 10-year-old? You should get rid of that fucking illegal immigrant. Tighten up that border.
Oh, ain't that just some damn fine gymnastics.
So they just know how to, like, it doesn't matter. They can say the shitty thing one night and then completely 180 the next, and it's cool. People are like, yeah, you're right. I'm with you, Tuck. You make sense.
Should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. So are we ready for the clip? Do we need to hear him denouncing this? I mean, the proof is right here in the pudding, but
yeah, let's watch some of the clips.
The clip?
You can X out of these articles so we're not fucking pooping on the computer here. But yeah, go ahead and go to the transphobic one. Let's do that one last. So yeah, go look at the first one. You were just clicking on it. That's a good one. You can just watch the very beginning. We'll stop it when we'll stop it when it's irrelevant. Turn it up just a tad.
I do not, but I do want to clarify that it's not the first time that a Supreme Court opinion has been leaked, and we don't know who leaked the opinion.
Right now they're talking about how like a week or so before they did the overturning, that someone, which it means someone in cahoots with the Supreme Court, so that means either one of the people that are in it, or their assistants, or the people that work for them that have access to their shit, whatever, or, you know, anyone with the capacity to leak, I guess. Somebody leaked the Clarence Thomas's ruling on it, that it was going to be overturned. So we kind of knew beforehand and were bracing for it. And it was more than a week, because it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, because it kind of slipped out of my mind because there were like 10 shootings in between there or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then when it came back around, I was like, fuck, dude, how did I even not think about this? You know, but.
Which, you know, while we're talking about that, I think that once again, this is a funny little bit of mental gymnastics. Whenever there's a leak from a branch of our government, I notice that there are those that always take the narrative that that person is a traitor, when, in my opinion, that anyone who's providing these leaks, you know, and I don't know, I'm not going to speak generally on Ed Snowden. There's a lot of back and forth on that. But just in general, if the people who are leaking things out to the general public, I feel like that's part of the openness of our democracy. I don't see how it's ever a disingenuous and a treacherous thing to be like, hey, the public, look at this disgusting thing our government's doing. And then
right.
you have those people
it
who,
very well depends on what it is,
it depends
right?
on the scenario. But what I often find is these people who claim to be anti-big government and then all of a sudden someone comes out and leaks the truth and they're like, oh, they're a traitor. They should have known their role. And it's just like, dude, the bootlicking never ends. The jumping jacks and backflips you have to do to stay within your own bounds is just absurd to me. But I'll let Jim continue to talk with Sarah here.
It gets cool.
What purpose?
I don't know. I don't pretend to know who leaked it. I'm just asking if you agree with the leak, because someone on the left seemed to agree with that.
Someone on the left seemed to agree with the leak. Whatever.
This
got
concerted
leaked. Yeah, he's a shithead.
Some outside of the left agree with the leak too, for what it's worth.
I mean, I actually, before you start playing it again, I just want to say, like, I don't know why it's a fucking... Look, we knew 3 weeks beforehand that Clarence Thomas was, and the rest of the Supreme Court sucked dick. Like, nobody did anything anyways. It's not like it changed a goddamn thing. Okay? They still got what they wanted. You still got what you fucking wanted. I would say fucking sack up and move on, honestly. Like, quit crying about it. It did absolutely nothing. They leaked something. It did absolutely nothing. You're wasting resources fucking looking into it or whatever because it doesn't matter. It's over with. You did it. Okay?
Yeah, it's not
won.
like, you know...
So quit being a little fucking bitch baby about it and let's fucking move on. Start doing some more fucking crazy shit, dude. Don't you have more crazy shit to do?
It's not like the Supreme Court is passing legislation in secret or anything, are they? Like, aren't all these going to be public knowledge anyways? Isn't that how it works? So
I mean,
what's the difference?
Right.
You find out a couple weeks ahead of time. Move on.
The principle is they want to say that it's like, we shouldn't, you can't leak this information. It's just unethical.
That implies to me that there's things that need to be hidden then. Because to me, it's not necessarily an unethical issue. And
what they're doing is fucking unethical. I mean, like, I don't want to talk about, I don't care. I don't care about fucking leaked documents being unethical and un-American or whatever when you motherfuckers are the most unethical and un-American motherfuckers that there possibly could be. Violate everyone's fucking rights. Fuck you, dude. I don't care what the fuck you think about it. Let's keep going.
Let's see
By the
what
left to engage in an effort to intimidate the court, I think is dangerous, particularly when you have the legislative branch of government, as evidenced by the actions taken by Speaker Pelosi in holding up that legislation.
Ridiculous take.
And the lack of efforts to enforce the
Holding up
statute
the
18
government.
U.S.C. Section 1507 by the executive branch, the Justice Department. When you have two branches of government looking to be a part of the left's effort to intimidate a separate equal branch of government, I find that very troubling. And as someone who understands the Constitution, a Constitution scholar, give me your thoughts on it.
So what would you rather it
agree that it's
be?
troubling.
Them be on your side. You'd rather everyone be on your side. It would be fine if everyone agreed with you. But since two branches of government don't want to do what you fucking want to do, or what you want to happen, then it's somehow a fucking catastrophe. It's
Democracy
crazy.
isn't fair.
Like,
I don't
how
get to
else
do
is
my-
it supposed to work? I'm so confused on how they think the fucking government is actually supposed to work. So, I don't understand. That's why there are different branches. So that if one wants to use power in a way that they're not supposed to, there are other ones to balance it out. It's balanced that way. That's how it works. So if we have a fucking crazy Supreme Court that's doing crazy ass shit, it's a good fucking thing that the government is set up in a way that there are two other branches of government that can use their power to fucking keep other ones from being crazy. Yeah, that's how it fucking works, you dumbass. You're in the government and you don't even understand how fucking it works. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let's see if Miss Katie here is. She seems pretty put off by the question, so maybe she can enlighten all of us.
The legislation that would protect Supreme Court justices should never be held up. No one should be subjected to violence, whether in their home, at their church, at their ministry, or in the womb.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. And the idea.
Never mind. I was hoping Katie was gonna have something intelligent to say. I like how it was church and ministry. Like, they just got to make sure.
Roll back to her.
It's not enough to say church. You have to make sure you bend the knee to the specific church.
I just want to see her face. Is she a fucking It's Always Sunny character? Who the fuck does she look like?
Sweet D.
She doesn't look like
Sweet
D.
D. Sweet D. Sweet D.
Well, fuck you, you bird-looking bitch. Give us, yeah, fuck you.
Well said, ostrich. All right.
This is a bird court.
So he's clearly smitten over Miss Katie. So what? So well said, Miss
An
Katie.
assassination attempt on a sitting justice in America, as my colleague Mr. Johnson said,
Like
the freest, greatest
the one
country
on
ever,
Anthony Scalia.
is just so wrong. But it's
Unprecedented.
driven by, I think, the statements made by Senator Schumer on the steps of the Capitol when he talked about unleashing the whirlwind. We have certainly seen that play out.
Is that like draining the swamp or like
Well,
January
they're
6th?
trying to like. It's such a funny thing where they always want to do the like. No, what you said. No, what you said is not right, and then they come back around and say like, well, you were saying this before. Gotcha. So like that's how this is right now.
Yeah, it just sounds like they're using similar tactics that we've used, and that's not okay.
Yeah, they're basically saying that we're doing an insurrection. It's another insurrection. Schumer said a fucking whirlwind's coming to the fucking government. Isn't that inciting people to fucking go crazy? Yeah.
Maybe we should hold him accountable.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
it's crazy.
I hope it changes. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I would yield back.
Gentleman yields back, Mr. Liu.
Thank you, Chairman Adler. You're going to hear a lot of words from
I actually haven't.
my Republican colleagues.
Is that it? Was that it for the gym? Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I haven't listened to
I wanted to see. I don't.
Ted Lieu.
I don't see him getting called out. That was what threw me out.
This is the Democrat. Maybe let him go.
Is this the thing? Because I was like, we haven't heard him get called out yet.
And all I have to do is give you one example that is devastating to their statements. And that is this. A 10-year-old girl got raped in Ohio and got pregnant. She could not get an abortion.
Pause this real quick, too. Go to, pull up Google, or go to that, last link right there, and just fucking hit Google again.
What are we Googling?
So, Google, 2021 Ohio rape. Yes.
Okay.
Cases. I guess put cases.
Cases. Damn it, I lost the mouse. Alright, so we're looking at 2021
I just wanna see,
rape cases. What, like stats or
The
something?
number.
The number?
Yeah. This is all fucking.
I got the number of Ohio rapes in 2021.
There you go. There you go.
Jesus, you can't just give me a number.
49.
Rapes per 100K. There we go.
Rapes per 100K. What's that?
So that's total rapes is right there, 5,000.
Of last year or ever?
This is this year. This is the first.
No way.
7.5 months of 2022.
Roll down a little bit.
So
I can't believe that. Roll down a little bit. Click that. How many rapes occurred in 2022? Right at the top.
84,000 in the United States.
Oh, in the United States.
2022.
Well, none of this shit makes sense. All I want to say is, young kids getting diddled in Ohio is way too much. There's way too many rapes of underage kids in Ohio. Period. Point blank. Ohio's got some fucked up business going on.
Chris Hansen made a lot of money by catching creeps in Ohio. It is sad. There are far too many of them. I mean, there's far too many of them in general.
Everywhere,
But
right.
yes. So
Let him talk a little bit.
Yeah, let's.
Exceptions in Ohio law would have authorized it. And what did MAGA Republicans do? They smeared her. They said she was lying.
Yep.
In fact, at least one Republican member of this committee publicly tweeted that she lied and then
Boom.
deleted that tweet. When guess what?
Face.
Her
I like
perpetrator was
that.
arrested.
You should have just said Jim
I call
Jordan.
on any MAGA Republican who smeared this little girl to publicly apologize.
Ooh.
But the story gets worse than that, because this little girl had to go to Indiana to get an abortion or abortion care. And guess what MAGA Republicans doing now? They're going after the doctor. Mm-hmm. That's right, the doctor who helped this little girl. Because the truth is, MAGA and far-right Republicans want government-mandated pregnancies for everyone, including 10-year-old rape victims. That is extreme.
I like that. Way to end it. Buddy, who is that? Ted Lieu.
Ted Lieu.
Ted Lieu. Ted Lieu. Whatever, Ted Lieu, dude. You're the man, because that's true. Like, that is. I'm tired of fucking crossing fucking hairs and, you know, beating around the bush, as they say, or whatever the fucking... Yeah, let's do that one next. Kiara Bridges. Badass. She's on fucking... Ew.
Nobody look. So she's a badass. What's she on?
She's been on the Majority Report a couple times. She's just a badass. And she, every time I saw her on Majority Report, you know, she was like, I think maybe it was only once, but anyway, she was very well spoken. I loved her, you know, it was on this line of questioning. It was the LGBT thing that they had her on for and talking about all that. And then, this happens. I was watching Majority Report while this was actually going on. So they had switched over to it, and I got to see this happen live.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Watch this.
You said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is...
Just get fucked, dude. She's like, fuck you, I already know what you're going to try to fucking talk about, bitch.
Senator Hawley. Oh, she's well-spoken. Okay, well-spoken. Apparently, unlike me.
This is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancy?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning. So we can't talk about it.
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies.
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think men can get
So
pregnant.
you are denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this, where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good time in my class. You should join.
I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Learn a lot if you let people finish sentences. My thoughts on that, Mr. Hawley, geez. And which is a classic tactic when you're being finessed to just constantly interrupt and speak over people. Alex Jones does it a lot when his dumbass is stupid enough to take callers. And so he has to talk over and be like, listen here, you son of a bitch, and continue to change the topic, or pull like a Ben Shapiro and just repeat the same question over and over again, thinking that that's a dub, instead of just understanding you're asking a stupid question. And they I owned the lib. So Mr. Hawley probably leaves that interaction, and I'm sure like the quartering probably just did what we did, and it's like, watch Mr. Hawley fucking own this lib, dude. She got slammed like such a stupid idiot.
I also want to say that if you fucking talk to a woman like this, you don't respect them as equals. You're just a fucking freak of nature. That you think that I don't know. Just the way he spoke to her, speaking over her, he's speaking down to her, you know what I'm saying? It's like he had no respect for her. She was fucking 100 times smarter than he ever could be, and has probably done fucking way more for the advancement of humankind than that fucking scumbag his mom should have fucking swallowed his ass. That's what I think. No chance for an abortion. She should have just took it down the old windpipe. Fucking hooker.
So that was just another.
That shit pisses me off.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Let's talk about something that's not gonna piss me off as much, and that maybe will make me laugh.
Is it time for the palate cleanser?
The palate cleanser of the episode, Nikocado Avocado. Let's see his latest video and what he's up to.
But we will not. We will not. And I've thought about before, just maybe we should just pony up for a YouTube Premium or something. But
I have YouTube Premium. It's just on my account. I don't know.
When we don't want to do that to your poor YouTube account, that'll be ruined with suggestions of really bad mukbangs. And so,
it's just water weight, bro.
Long-time viewers need no introduction to this man, but in case you're new to the internet, very briefly, Nikocado Avocado does this. He mukbangs. He eats on a hot plate on 3 to 5 different YouTube channels, and he does this daily, and he has outbursts and creates drama and fakes sicknesses in order to get more attention. And then this happened.
Drop dead gorgeous.
2 weeks ago this happened.
Sexy smexy.
Which I'm going to just go.
I want to see him.
I kind of want to speed this up a little bit.
Ooh,
but this is a good point right here. So
do a 1.5.
He drops an ad right in the middle of telling us about how bad his life is.
Look at this ranch.
I'm actually going to go back before the ad here a little bit and play this.
Patreon, you get I just gave up on carry, honestly.
Gave up on carry.
Follow my Patreon. You get exclusive weekly videos about my life, plus tons of mukbangs now on YouTube. Link below.
So he just was saying, I'm so depressed, yada yada, I'm giving up on this stuff, and then boom, here's an ad for my Patreon. He'll do it again later for his cameo, and this is sort of going to go towards my point. Yeah, that's Orland. They're fighting again.
Number 2 today. Okay, my turn. Ooh.
Got on the scale. So Orland weighs just over 300 pounds.
All right, first I'm going to weigh myself.
I'm going to turn this down just a tad because it's not incredibly important. You're going to find out, actually, the scale, it doesn't work. It doesn't read his weight. And so Orland yells at him, calls him fat, tells him he should have been losing weight and that he's actually gained 40 pounds this year. Nick points out that he's gained over 200 pounds since joining YouTube. At that one point, he says that in this video.
Hell yeah.
But see, boom, once again, in the middle of this depression, here's my cameo. I'll send you all of this stuff. So there are people who are genuinely scared based on what they've seen from Nick here. This was his last video. This was 2 weeks ago.
You should roll forward to the part where he's like in tears. Just because I just want to see him being like, oh wait, here, this is good.
It's a lot of this, by the way. That's why it's fast forwarded and mainly muted, because it's so much of him just staring and contemplating. He doesn't say anything. I think the ads have more actual words than what he said. You know,
It's his McDonald's burger.
You can hear the tears in his voice that he's out of fries. Oh no. I will say, shame on that McDonald's though. Those orders were all very
I could
skimpy.
eat that many fries.
Yeah, because they were only half full.
I mean, even if they were full, I could eat that many fries. That'd probably be all I eat then.
And for those of you who don't remember, he recently, he had that CPAP machine.
My mental illness.
Oh, there's just talking about his mental illness. Okay.
Pause it real quick. He didn't even really like French fries, he says.
I don't even really like French fries, so I'm going to slow it back down and then go back a few seconds.
I don't even like French fries.
God damn it! Why can't I double click?
I mean, yeah, he sounds fucking disgusting.
Doesn't sound healthy.
And he looks like he hates his life. But here, yeah. So pause this. So what is this then? This is hype, right?
This is what I think it is. So we saw, and I think you saw, Dennis Def Noodles reported someone pretending to be Orland got on Instagram and said that Nick had quit YouTube and that he was getting into better shape, which is not impossible to do in 2 weeks. So let me be clear, he could have definitely lost some of that infamous water weight. You can lose some pounds in 2 weeks for sure, but there's nothing you can do that's substantial. In fact, anything that he likely has done to lose weight in as short of a period of 2 weeks, if he goes back to his normal habits, he's going to gain all the weight back in a matter of days.
Right.
So there's no way that he's gotten healthy in 2 weeks. So just that is dumb. That should have been the biggest and first red flag that this was not a real thing.
Yeah.
And it has been. I didn't do the research. Go ahead and look it online. But it's been for the most part confirmed that Orland account is not real. And so we haven't heard anything from Nick. But again, we as avocado connoisseurs,
I do like avocado toast.
we have seen this whole playbook run time and time again. That's why I was talking about earlier. I prefaced it with him getting into his health issues and you know, if you go, you know what, let's just go to the channel so you can see what I am talking about. This is 3.
Is my life okay?
First of all,
my life is never okay.
Okay, see?
Will I ever lose weight? I don't think I will.
Is my life okay? No, it's never okay. That's 2 months ago, all right? So that's 2 months ago he was milking this whole similar thing. Here are all his channels, by the way.
Jesus.
Noodle King? Noodle King, right, exactly. There's more than you even realize. And when you go on here, you'll see we're getting married. I quit mukbang.
Oh!
They've gotten married so many times. I can't stop gaining weight because I'm not trying. And if you go to some of the other channels, you'll see things like
dude, the one with him and Orland like making out is fucking foul.
Celebrating his weight gain. So he'll have
How long's it been since he's done a main channel?
The main channel's been 2 months. Nikocado 3, the video you all just saw, was his most recent one 2 weeks ago. But
oh my god, what the fuck?
I know how much you like the makeout ones.
Holy shit, go back!
We broke up. They broke up all the time. They break
what
up
the
all the time.
fuck, dude? What the fuck is that?
Oh, there you go. That's some good. There we go. Why we can't break up. And so, and I couldn't find that because it's hard to navigate all these channels. But what I was getting at is he has a series where he celebrates hitting 400 pounds by doing mukbangs that are specific to certain drive-through chains. But then he also does a series where he basically is celebrating his bad health and milking. I think he had claimed to have broken a rib, and then he has sleep apnea.
Yeah.
so he's been putting that sleep apnea machine in a ton of thumbnails. You saw the one where he's shirtless, leaning over. He has a version of that where he's hooked up to the machine, and you can tell just by looking at the thumbnails how doctored the stuff is, and it's a playbook. This is what he does, and this is what he's doing right now. He's going off the grid. It's probably upping his views. People are making more views about him, and then he's going to come back with some other, oh my god, just more drama. That's all that this is, and anyone thinks that it's legitimate, like, I've got some land to sell you up north.
Heads up, and it's really important. So if you can take the next 10 seconds to listen to what I'm about to say.
Oh my god, it's so important.
It will literally change everything in your world.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I hope you're sitting down for this because it's actually kind of interesting and it might give you a little spook. You never know.
You asked me for 10 seconds and then you spent the first 6 seconds wasting my time.
Why don't we just
He's a contrapreneur. Can I just hear what his
Everything because in Colombia means happy without you. But I really have to say this right now.
What?
So thank you for being here. You guys,
he wants to go back to Colombia.
I'm on the verge of tears. I will probably be crying in this video. Just a
little
heads
wouldn't
up.
you? Yeah, of course.
Up for you guys. I'm probably gonna be crying, and you're gonna find out why. And Orland's joining me. And stupid, you want to? What's wrong with you? No fucking.
Look, see, this is exactly what I'm saying.
Plays it up.
He's so good at this. Yeah. To an extent, but to me it's just so obvious that it's all for show and it's all fake. So I don't know, he's good enough to have this many people watch and still feed into it, but it's so fucking obvious to me, it drives me nuts. So anyway, I will not force anyone to spiral down the Nikocado avocado.
Roll to where Orland's putting cake in his face. That's what I want to do.
You know, we will go back to the speed run of it, but Nick is this is what he does, man. He's a pro at finding ways. I do. I think he is playing this whole thing for the clout. I think he's going to come. Now, At some point, I do think the final chapter for Nick is a weight loss channel, because then he'll be able
Well, that's
to
one of the points in the doc. If you go to the doc real quick.
monetize it big time.
Because I forget what exactly. Well, okay, so yeah. I guess it wasn't Instagram Live then. I was incorrect on that. That's what I thought they said on the H3 podcast that I watched. But it must have just been Instagram. And it was a fake account or whatever the fuck, so fuck that.
Well, that could be, and that's different. If there was a live, I can't speak to that. I didn't see the H3 update, so.
But,
maybe.
and I mean, regardless, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, weight loss saga. I mean, we talked about it before. It'll just be great to see him do that. I think it'd be cool. I'd watch his shit if he started losing weight.
And if he'll incorporate the same drama, too.
Yeah, just fight Orland when you're trying to get skinny. I mean, you guys are still fat for a long time. Like, you've got a lot of fat days to go. So you can, like, lose weight and be fat and disgusting and, you know, grift that for a while until you're skinny again. And then figure out something else. I mean,
and then once you're skinny, just start mukbanging again.
Yeah, dude, fuck. Do it all over again. Yeah, get fat again. Dude, you can do it over and over.
Because here's the thing, Nick. Time waits for no man. And there are always people willing to step up and fill your place. So
did you just see this for the first time?
If you do
recently?
not... Yes.
Because this is legitimately 2020. I saw this a while ago.
Hey, all I'm saying.
I love how it sounds when it slaps and you can hear it. Go like,
I know.
Go ahead and just if you like hover over like that point, see where it spikes up. It says most replayed. Yeah, just click right there. Yeah, and unmute it too. See, he just got slapped.
I'm telling you, there's so much promise here. Maybe he didn't ride it to the success in 2020. You gonna give you a run for your money, Nick? It's just so beautiful. Like, why didn't you just stop the machine?
He can't like help but laugh and cry at the same time.
He's another genius, just like Nick. I think he's fully in on it. Leaving that last little piece of cheese, and then this is the best part. Oh, and why is the cheese so hard? Like, I don't understand it. We should really start doing a monthly mukbang.
We need to do a mukbang.
Come on, eat some.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, buddy. You got this. I'm telling you, Nick, the dramatic, like the tension, the timing, like I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Do?
I can't wait for this guy to get some of this cheese.
He even thinks it's funny, dude.
It's so good.
Why are you eating fried chicken with cheese like that?
He's faking it. That's such a total Nick move to just do the. I'm gonna smash my pizza boxes with the broom.
I mean, that's what I like about Nick.
It's got a great ASMR quality to it. So good, so good. So Nick, hurry, man. We miss you.
Yummy.
We need you back.
I agree. We'll report as soon as we have a good Nikocado report to fucking report on. You know, I always like to talk about Nikocado, but there is something else that I want to talk about today, Kevin. If you would let me stand on a soapbox for a second.
I will. It's gonna be a perfect time for the regularly scheduled.
This is the hour intermission.
Takes a bathroom break in the episode because I know this story, so I can avoid, or I can miss some of the preamble, and I'll be back in time.
So let me tell you a nice little story about my friend Best Buy here. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Before I start the story, don't get me wrong. I am a frequent shopper of Best Buy. I love Best Buy. I always have. I've pre-ordered many a game. I've bought many a thing. I've got fucking anything from systems, computers, to washer and dryers there. The place is great. I love Best Buy most of the time. But now, Best Buy can get fucked and not even sponsor. I had to put Best Buy better sponsor us or get fucked because... if they see that line of text, they'll never sponsor us. So I'm just putting it out there in space, and they could sponsor us and make this all better. But regardless, you know, we were trying to upgrade the mics, like we said, and these motherfuckers try to sell me mics, XLR mics that we wanted, without cords, okay? So the XLR mics that I was buying didn't have cords with them, which is fine. I was like, whatever. I'll buy cords separately. Well, when I buy the cords separately, online it tells me the day of pickup that my cords have been moved to a month later pickup. So exactly a month later. So I was like, no big deal. It's Best Buy, right? Best Buy, like the place where you buy shit like, I mean, they used to have guitar tuners. They used to sell guitars there, I feel like. Did they not used to sell music equipment there? Keyboards, guitars, shit?
I don't know about guitars and that stuff. They definitely used to carry all the microphone stuff.
And they at least carried like karaoke sets and shit, which is all XLR mics and shit like that. Well now, nah. And not only do they sell you a fucking XLR mic, but they will not sell you a fucking cable. Because they don't have any. I go fucking ask the dude at the counter, do you have XLR mics? He fucking types it in. No. I'm like, well, fuck you. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you're some little kid, you know, working at Best Buy. So I fucking go look myself. Well, lo and behold, he's right. Look for the tech guy. Hey, tech guy, do you know what the fuck you're talking about in this place or do you not? I used to be a sound engineer. So now I'm like, oh, well, get fucked. Seriously.
Ooh.
The sound engineer working at Best Buy, like, don't flex on me with your sound engineer bullshit. Just tell me yes or no. Like, do you fucking know what you're talking about? Yes? Okay.
I used to know what I was talking about.
Do you have XLR cables? No. But you sell XLR mics? Don't look at me. Well, who am I supposed to look at? Motherfucker? I'm at Best Buy. Trying to get shit, and you're a dude with a Best Buy fucking shirt on. Don't look at me. You guys should have fucking XLR cables, okay? We would be on a crisp, clean, our own mics. Our own mics, okay? But now, fuck you, Best Buy, unless you want to sponsor us. Next week, we're going to return with better mics than what I was getting from them anyways. On stands, with cords. Fuck you, Best Buy. Kevin, I like Best Buy.
I mean, so I've been off the Best Buy train for so long now.
That's also you went to Best Buy.
Oh,
I mean, everybody shops online now.
I tried to go once during the peak of COVID, and they were like by appointment only, and you had to stand in a line.
Fuck all that.
They would only allow, I think, 3 non-appointment. Like they only had 3 walk-ins at a time, basically. So you had to stand in front of the building in a queue to go into Best Buy to go look for things, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I just
they let people in grocery stores en masse.
Yeah,
Why the fuck can you go in Best Buy?
Yeah, no idea, but it was
not even as many people shop at Best Buy as they
the
do
last
at the
push
store.
I need. I mean, I haven't regularly been going to Best Buy since like high school or college. It's been about a decade at this point. If for that kind of stuff, you know, someplace like Guitar Center, a music place will be better. Shit, Micro Center, you know, a place that focuses just on computer stuff. Like even they, because of the popularity of podcasting, they have a whole section now of microphones and all that stuff. So for my money, I'm just never going to suggest to anyone to go to Best Buy because it's kind of like the Walmart of electronics, and even worse, if you price you compare the exact same item at Best Buy as say Walmart. Like I don't know if they still carry them, but back in the day, the Yeti USB microphones used to be carried both at Best Buy and at Walmart, and they'd be $4 to $6 cheaper at Walmart every time. So not only is Best Buy just a fucking electronic Walmart, but then they're price gouging you too. So why would you go there?
Well, I feel like part of their business model is to put out shit that they don't have corresponding technology for, or like they just have such a scattershot of technology that you have the chance of buying something. Like I could have bought mics and then been like, oh fuck, they don't have cables, you know, and I'm gonna have to go buy cables from them more than likely. But in this case, they don't have fucking XLR cables. But I think they do that kind of shit with other things. You know what I'm saying? Like they sell you a phone that doesn't come with a fucking charger anymore, so you come back and have to buy a charger. Or you have to buy it separately. Or headphones. Or whatever the fucking case may be. They put out these things, put out fucking mics that have no cables on them. Fuck you, dude.
Yep.
Then you don't even sell the fucking cables. You can get fucked. You know who else can get fucked, Kevin? I can get fucked. You know why? Because I would fuck me. Would you fuck you? Not me.
Most days, yeah. Most days I would.
Because I heard this little tidbit of news that we'll end on here.
Ooh.
That was the first question I wanted to ask you. Was like, would you bang you? You know, if there was some sort of situation where like clone Kevin happened, or like Doppel Kevin, and you had control of Doppel Kevin.
I like it.
And you guys like 69, would you do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think I could man up to like sucking my own nuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's an unapproachable pair of nuts. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had any desire to do mouth stuff with a penis. So yeah, I even if it was me,
I guess like that. The aspect of like I don't want to suck a ding dong, sucking on a ding dong. I don't have any desire to suck on a ding dong. Fucking because of the way conolingus works, the idea of putting a wiener or a vagina in my mouth inherently doesn't disgust me. Inherently. But me personally, my balls and dick and the hair and the smell, I'm not about my own musk and peace, you know? No.
Hey, Manscaped, give us a call, but you're gonna have to lowball us because that's what they do.
Aside from Doppelkev, there was twin Kevin with a Y, like your twin. Would you fuck your twin?
Like a lady twin?
Well,
first of all, no. I mean,
twin
no,
exactly
not a
like
twin. No. Now it's incest too.
Now it's incest too.
Nah. It was. I already wasn't interested when it was just me fucking a version of myself. When it turns into incest, I'm definitely still out. Yeah.
Well, the latest bit of news that I've heard about are island boys. Island boy friends. Pull them up. See if you can find like don't look up the clip. Just type in like Island Boys and pull up a nice picture.
I cannot even.
In case you're not familiar or don't remember. I mean, Island Boy. They were in a Oliver Tree music video actually. The Island Boys were. So yeah, look at these nut jobs.
Boy.
Now would you be surprised to know that these guys fuck?
Well, no, I'm not surprised to hear that. No.
I guess that's the rumbling. Go to YouTube real quick.
These guys are banging.
Go back to this. Type in good old Def. Oh, there he is. He's third down.
Oh.
Snag Def real quick and go to this video.
Caught doing each other?
So you don't.
Yikes.
You don't have to watch it.
Yikes.
Really at all. I just want to go to the part where he talks about it, which. There you go. The dude, there are former manager rats on him, so let's listen to this clip.
Open up the door, like, nah, bro, like, can't open the door, so I opened the door with a credit card.
Sounds like a very normal situation for two brothers who were already caught on video kissing each other just a few months ago.
If you don't remember that, we'll look that up too.
I got in the room.
Yeah, I don't remember that, so we can.
And they was in the bathroom, bro. And the door was like, I opened the door, bro, like both their pants are down.
Can we just put a hold on all the incest news? I mean, this is the third piece of news like this that we've gotten in less than a week. First, it was Elon Musk's dad. Then it was fucking Ricky Martin. And now the Island Boys.
What happened to
Even though out of all the
I was going to ask what happened with Elon Musk's dad. I didn't know about any of
Elon
this.
Musk's dad. So this is all incest this week. The Island Boys are fucking each other.
Oy.
Elon Musk's dad had a kid with his stepdaughter.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, 29-year-old or something like that.
Oh.
And then Ricky Martin, I don't know. Exit out of these other two YouTube links so we're not putting
Ricky
too
Martin,
much.
he bangs,
And then pull up Ricky Martin. Just type in Ricky Martin. Maybe the first article that comes up.
Ricky Martin nephew is what I'm gonna guess.
Ricky Martin rejects claims of sexual See, dude.
Nephew?
Enrique!
Oh, man.
You fucked your nephew, dude!
Come on.
Upside, inside out. Living the Vida Loca.
No. Alright, so there's incest, so...
Why is everybody fucking each other, dude? Is this Game of Thrones now, or what? Are we full on?
Man, this is getting so weird, dude. I tell you what, man, every single day, this world gets more and more like a simulation to me. It's just like, what the hell are we doing?
I really want to kind of break it down, though. I feel like if you asked Bobby Lee if he would fuck, like, his clone, he would. I feel like some people would say that they would, like, fuck themselves. I feel like maybe me and you being, like, chubby, hairy, older guys won't fuck ourselves, of course. I mean, we're not, like, we don't desire ourselves.
Yeah, dude, but even at my peak, I didn't want to fuck myself, and I certainly would
But did you look like this, though, dude? Did you look like this?
Well, no, I mean, that's peak.
Now, that's what I'm saying.
Peak physical specimen right there.
I wouldn't fuck my twin, me, but if I looked like the Island Boys, I don't know. Maybe I'd want to fuck my skinny old little Barbie doll looking freak brother in the butt.
Maybe if I get some tattoos, I'll want to do it with myself more.
It's also a thing, though, this guy's kind of an idiot. Like, I wouldn't be necessarily, like, blown away if I walked into a bathroom, a twin's bathroom, and they were in the bathroom together pissing or something. I mean, like, I'd be like, well, what? I don't know how much I would think about it. Twins just do shit together, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there's a certain
what if they were
age.
bathing together?
Anybody going to two people going to the bathroom together. Like, I understand.
I've seen dudes cross streams before.
When women do it in, like, bar settings, I get it, especially if it's, like, a club or something, and, like, you just want to be safe or something.
Yeah.
But anything outside of that, two people being in the bathroom at the same time.
You've never pissed cross streams?
No, I mean, I can't say that I never have. I probably did that at some point in school growing up. But
sat back to back in, like, a dark room and watched a dimly lit HBO porno back to back against your best friend?
Not back to back, no. No. Never did that.
I didn't do it either. I just tried to walk you into the scenario.
Nope. No,
the Island Boys like to fuck each other, dude. I mean, what better news than that?
That's great because I got a few more hours left of my fast, so that'll
I'm an island boy and we fuck each other. We fuck everyone because we are island boys. Like that? I mean, I'm not surprised, dude. I'm just not surprised. To take a tangent while we're here and while we're just talking shit anyways, and, we can put a couple more minutes on this podcast. Did you see this Trisha Paytas shit? I see this link down in the corner. They can't see it, but I can. You don't have to play his video. Fuck it. Fuck them. At this point, we're wrapping up. But this story, I'll explain it to you. Trisha and Jason. Trisha's pregnant as fuck. Jason's not with her anymore. Yada yada. Jason put up a playlist on his channel that was like his recent European trip or whatever. And in that playlist, he put Trisha's pregnancy announcement in the playlist. In his playlist. So he had to do it himself, which is whether he did it on accident or like he's a stalker.
Yeah. That's a weird thing. Like, even if he was, if you were watching it and he wanted to, that's a weird thing to save to a playlist.
It's hard to do that on accident.
I only, personally, I only make playlists for, if it's like general topic stuff. Like, the kind of playlist I have is if there are a bunch of videos I have about screenplay writing or something,
Right.
I'll put that in a playlist so I can
Right.
easily and quickly get
Like
to
our
them.
podcast is in its own playlist.
Exactly, which you should add and be subscribed to.
On YouTube. Check
But
it out.
yeah, so unless he has either he did it as a troll and wanted to make some kind of joke about him maybe being the baby dad, so he put that in there, or he has some weird playlist where he gets caught up on Trisha's content, and he added it to this playlist instead of that one.
He likes pregnant Trisha even more than he likes normal Trisha.
If there are other scenarios, I'm happy to hear them. Please let us know what you think it is, but I can't imagine it being anything else. So, man, you got to be down on your luck to be stalking Trisha. So I'm real
Pregnant
sorry.
Trisha?
for
Would
all-
you rather fuck pregnant Trisha or yourself? Let's not answer that. It's probably misogynistic or something or other that we shouldn't get into. So on that note, we will leave you this lovely Sunday night and catch you next Sunday?
I think
Next
so.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully with new mics, a new sound. You get this extended screen view of me and Kev here, high definition,
Look at my
and
calves.
hopefully we have some fun and interesting things to talk about that don't make us want to kill ourselves next week. Like not Jim Jordan. No Jim Jordan. Okay? Promise. No Jim Jordan.
Heard.
On that note, we will catch you later. The Clout Route is out, bitch.